The silent language of touch, mechanosensing, and the gentle awareness of orchids, Hoyas, and plant kingdom. As plant owners, we often encounter situations where we describe a specific plant as sensitive. We might say, I trimmed it and it won't grow again. I pulled the vine and it started to grow fast. Or, in frustration, I don't know what my Hoya medinifolia wants. I've done everything and it's dying. I can't propagate, they're too sensitive. We also hear, my cymbidium doesn't like to be repotted. My Phalaenopsis only reblooms when I use rainwater. I moved my Hoya serpens and it dropped all its buds. My Monstera or Anthuriums gets brown tips if I use tap water. My Ficus drops leaves if I move it to a new location, and many more. My Dischidia imbricata only roots if I use sphagnum moss, while my Dischidia hirsuta does not like any moss. Wood to cling on is good. My Nepenthes pitchers don't form if the humidity is too low, or my Platycerium, staghorn fern, fronds turn brown if I overwater it. And then there are those imported plants, the ones we worry won't survive the stress of travel and shipment. Yet they often thrive, perhaps because they were so well cared for by their previous owners, a testament to the lasting impact of consistent care. These experiences lead us to wonder, are our plants truly aware of their surroundings? Orchids with their ethereal blooms and intricate structures, Hoyas with their waxy leaves and unique growth habits, Nepenthes with their carnivorous pitchers, and staghorn ferns with their distinct shield and fertile fronds are more than passive inhabitants of their environment. They are active participants, finely tuned to the gentle cues of their surroundings, particularly the mechanical forces that shape their existence. This sensitivity, known as mechanosensing, is a fundamental biological phenomenon that allows these plants to perceive and respond to physical stimuli, influencing their growth, development, and survival. It's important to note that mechanosensing is not unique to any specific plant species. It's a fundamental biological process that allows plants to perceive and respond to mechanical stimuli. Mechanosensing is a fundamental aspect of plant biology, shaping the growth, development, and reproduction of orchids, Hoyas, Nepenthes, and staghorn ferns. These plants, though seemingly passive, are active participants in their environments, constantly sensing and responding to the subtle language of touch. By understanding the intricacies of mechanosensing, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complex and dynamic relationship between these plants and their world, revealing the hidden sensitivity that permeates their silent gardens. In essence, while mechanosensing is a general plant phenomenon, it manifests in specific ways within each plant species, shaping their growth and development. Hoya plants, like other plants, possess the cellular mechanisms necessary for mechanosensing. Their vining growth habits, for example, demonstrate their sensitivity to touch and pressure. When a Hoya vine encounters a solid surface, it responds with increased growth and tendril formation, ensuring a secure grip. This sensitivity to touch is not merely a passive response. One example aside from this is using wood or wire trellis for Hoyas or wood for orchid roots to cling on. It's an active process of adaptation, allowing Hoyas and orchids to optimize their growth in often challenging environments. The leaves of Hoya plants, which can be relatively thick and succulent, also respond to mechanical stimuli. For example, wind can induce changes in leaf structure, making them more robust. It is important to distinguish thigmomorphogenesis, a specific form of mechanosensing, from general stress responses. For example, Hoyas may produce thicker, smaller leaves when subjected to water or nutrient stress, which is a survival adaptation, not a direct result of mechanical stimulation. Nepenthes, with their specialized pitchers, also demonstrate mechanosensing. The sensitive trigger hairs inside their pitchers respond to touch, initiating the trapping mechanism when an insect lands. Staghorn ferns, too, respond to mechanical stimuli. Their shield fronds, which collect debris and water, and their fertile fronds, which produce spores, are influenced by air currents and the weight of accumulated material. Furthermore, mechanosensing plays a vital role in the reproductive biology of all these plants. The delicate flowers of orchids and Hoyas, and even the spore release of staghorn ferns, are often adapted for pollination or spore dispersal by insects or wind, whose movements trigger mechanosensory responses. The vibrations caused by a visiting pollinator can influence nectar production, pollen release, and even flower or spore morphology, ensuring efficient reproduction. Beyond touch, sound vibrations, a form of mechanical energy, can also elicit mechanosensory responses in these plants. Research indicates that sound waves can influence stomatal opening, fluid dynamics, and gene expression in various plant species, including orchids, Hoyas, nepenthes, and staghorn ferns. While the precise mechanisms are still being investigated, it's clear that these plants are capable of perceiving and responding to a wider range of mechanical stimuli than previously thought. This explains why some veteran gardeners attest that talking, singing, or playing music for their plants can promote growth and blooming. While the notion of these plants recognizing their caregivers might seem anthropomorphic, the scientific reality is that these plants are constantly sensing and responding to their surroundings. The subtle changes in air pressure, the gentle touch of watering, or even the vibrations from a person's footsteps can elicit physiological responses. It is more accurate to say that the plants react to consistent patterns of stimuli that are associated with their caregivers. The plants in our gardens, too, adjust whenever new staff or gardeners tend them. Mechanosensing is a fundamental aspect of plant biology, shaping the growth, development, and reproduction of orchids, Hoyas, nepenthes, and staghorn ferns. These plants, though seemingly passive, are active participants in their environments, constantly sensing and responding to the subtle language of touch. By understanding the intricacies of mechanosensing, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complex and dynamic relationship between these plants and their world, revealing the hidden sensitivity that permeates their silent gardens. In essence, while mechanosensing is a general plant phenomenon, it manifests in specific ways within each plant species, shaping their growth and development. And that's our adventure for today. Have you ever noticed how your plants react to being touched or moved? That's mechanosensing, a whole world of plant responses we're just beginning to understand. It really makes you appreciate the complexity of our plant companions, doesn't it? This is Maria from Raregardenblooms. I'm always happy to share these discoveries with you. Don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for more plant